That smart water is good, y'all. Hey guys, happy Saturday. My name is Jason or Seva. My spiritual given name is Seva. It's spelled S-E-V-A. You can call me Seva or you can call me my birth given name, which is Jason. I like them both. The name Jason is Greek and it means healer, and I definitely consider myself to be a healer. So either name is fine. A lot of people like to call me Ray because the channel is named Ray of Light Tarot. That's cool too. Call me what you want to call me, but whatever. Guten Morgen. I didn't know you spoke German, Rebecca. Good morning, my dear. Good morning, Kim. Nice to see you guys. Is it morning? Why is everybody saying good morning? Is it still morning? I went for a nice. So the beaches are open from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. here, and then they close so people aren't on the beach during the day together. I went for like a 5 mile walk with my mom and her friend. It was so nice. We really pumped it. I feel good. I got the energy, the juices flowing. Energy is like, hey, Jai, good morning. Good morning, Liz. Julene, it's nice to see you. So it's 12 noon, guys. It's basically afternoon right now. Where Jai is, I know for sure, the only person I know for sure that it's morning for still, like, seriously, is Jai, because she's on that West Coast time. Um, so yeah, I've had a nice little Saturday morning, but something that I was thinking about on my walk, and then I was responding to comments on some of my videos this morning, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something. Just sort of it's kind of making up for Wednesday wisdom that I didn't do this week, so I'm doing like a Saturday wisdom in place of Wednesday wisdom, just for fun. 10 a.m. there, Arizona. I love Arizona. I haven't. I love Arizona. It's a fun place. I went out there for the Gators. I love the Gators. University of Florida football team. I went out there for their national championship game in 2007 in Phoenix, well, in Glendale, near Phoenix, and we had such a good time. Bring on that wisdom. Well, I talked to you guys a lot about instead of focusing on the things you need to heal, and instead of focusing so much on your problems and your problem areas physically, or your problem areas mentally, emotionally, spiritually, etc., focus on your strength instead of your weaknesses. Somebody put a comment on one of my videos that made me think about that, because they put on it was funny too. And I'm sure most of you who are here kind of feel like you know me and you at least resonate with me pretty well, so you understand my sort of energy, my aura pretty good. So you understand that I'm the kind of person that gets really excited about things, and I've got the gift of gab, etc. And so this person put on one of my videos, she said, this hot, messy looking person too. She said, it's like 11 minutes in, and it's like an advertisement. This is my first time here. I just can't get into it. And it didn't bother me. You know why? Because everything she said's kind of true. Like, I do kind of speak like an advertisement sometimes. My dad was a great salesman for a company called Xerox. He was like their top salesman. And you know what my dad always told me about selling something? It's not like, what makes a good salesman? An honest person. Like, if you sound like you're selling something, but it's something you believe in, it's going to sell because you're being honest. You really believe what you're saying. If you're a salesman who's like just trying to sell snake oil, well, you're selling snake oil and you're not a good person. Well, the reason I don't mind what she said is because I realize for people who don't get me, who don't understand my energy, they might perceive me as like someone who's giving an advertisement. But the truth is, for those of you who do resonate with me, you understand that that's part of who I am, and I accept that about myself. I get excited about things I believe in. And the majority of the people who do like me and who do subscribe to my channel, how could I get mad at that comment for somebody who doesn't like that or vibe? We're always going to have people who won't like us. Like, not everyone's going to like you guys. Not everyone's going to resonate with you. And if it's something that is literally about who you are, well, why would I want to change that? Because then all the people who do resonate with me wouldn't resonate with me. So it's just, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way it is. You kind of have to go, okay, well, I feel you. Like, luckily there's a lot of people on YouTube that you will resonate with. So thankfully we have Texas Libra Gang. Okay. Hello, Texas Libra Gang. Luckily we have that's the thing. But yeah, like, my personality is that personality. I do advertise what I believe in. And I know how to sell it, because I believe in, when you believe in something, you need to share it with people. You need to, and I get excited about the things I believe in. And I get very discouraged and unexcited about things I don't like or don't resonate with. But it's just, it was a great reminder of like, okay, because usually when I'm faced with some sort of a criticism, I'll go, okay, is this something I need to look at? Is this something I need to? And it was just like, well, no, that's kind of one of those things where, yeah, you have to really like when you go into any venture, anything you do in life, it's good to have a real understanding that some people will resonate with you, some people won't, and that's okay. There are times when criticism needs to be met with like an honest like check yourself. Do I need to sort of change something? And there are times when you need to just go, okay, well, no, like, yeah, I feel you. We're not all going to feel each other's energy. We're not all going to resonate, and that's okay. That's what's so beautiful. Like one of the things, variety is the spice of life, right? I mean that is one of the most beautiful things about this world is that we all have certain things that in common that pull us together, and we all are, hey, Gayla, nice to see you. We all have certain things that like pull us together, and we all also are so different in so many ways too, right? Like people are so similar. People are people, right? And they're so similar, but we're also so different. And it's such a cool thing. That sort of right, Rocky. Like I feel that too, Ricky. It's so cool to like think about how we can find things in common if we want to, and if we look to, and if we vibrate toward that, and we can also find areas where we don't. But for you, to me, what the message is, don't try to change things about yourself that are just part of your essence, that are just who you are deep inside. Like if you are someone who speaks in a like sort of a monotone voice, and you speak very softly, whatever, there are going to be people who your voice annoys, right? But then there's going to be other people who find great comfort from that kind of voice, and you're able to soothe. So the same thing that some people see as a gift in you and is a gift, other people could be annoyed by and repelled by. And what you have to do is learn how to know within yourself if it's you being authentic. You don't ever want to change it. You just want to say to the person, thank you for sharing your opinion. Let's move forward. And it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not anything. It's not a negative. It's just a thing where you have to recognize like, this is my thing. This is who I am. I am authentic. And there we go. And if it's not for you, it's not, but it's for other people, and so it's good. I do feel better today. Actually, I feel a lot better. Yeah, I think that's something I was watching. What's the guy that's getting all the bad press on CNN? Cuomo, Chris Cuomo. He was talking about with the doctor Sanjay Gupta about with this thing getting in your lungs. And I don't know that I have it. I don't think I do. But just in any event, you want to be really physically active. Movement is life. And so I was like, oh, we're going for a long walk today. And my mom's starting the 10-day intense part of the cleanse tomorrow. And so I've been kind of deviating from the cleanse the past few days because I'm going back into the intense cleanse for 10 days again, starting tomorrow. I'm going into the 10 more intense days with her. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of a shift break before we go hardcore again together. So, all right, let me read some of these longer comments that I missed. Hang on. Jane, oh, Shannon, you expand what you focus. Yes, exactly. You expand what you focus on. Amen. That's exactly it. Don't get stuck focusing on things you perceive to be your weaknesses. Find your gifts, find your strengths, and start polishing. Start polishing those things, baby. Make them shine. Make them shine, right? Treat them like the trophies they are, Put them up high, right? Treat them like trophies, your gifts. The weaknesses, we will all, guys, as long as you are a human being in human form, you're going to have weaknesses. You're going to have faults and weaknesses. They're not going to ever go away because you aren't a god, you're a human. And so focus on your strengths, focus on your gifts, focus on your good parts and shining them up and making them shiny and new, and let the chips fall where they may. And who is perfect for you will not stop being perfect for you or start being perfect for you. They will always be perfect for you. Your heart beats in the same rhythm with someone. It doesn't start doing that at one moment and stop the next. When you go into separation, sometimes it's just because you're not meant to be. And sometimes it's because one of you or both of you is just not in sync right then. You'll get back in sync. Your hearts were meant to be that way. trust in your strengths, trust in your gifts. It's so important to do that. And I know it's hard for a lot of us too. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. Absolutely. You have to find your tribe. And guess what, guys? We all have a tribe. And you know what else? We all have someone who's perfect for us. We all have someone who's perfect for us. And it's usually going to be, if you're like me and you have a lot of insecurities, usually when you meet your perfect person, you're both going to be like, "Wait, why do we know each other?" And then you're also going to be doubting whether you're perfect for each other because of your own insecurities and your own hangups and stuff. It'll work out though, guys. It always will. You just keep growing, keep doing your best, keep focusing on the things that you came here to focus on. Finding that true north is not, it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than it sounds. When we're like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. Well, what are you doing? Like, what have you done? What are you doing? And then find your way through it. Find your way to it, you know? Yeah, Rebecca, you too. Joan, I love that. And Rebecca, same thing. Rebecca was saying last night, like she was like, I just want to have this for breakfast for the rest of my life. And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, that's the idea. I totally agree. That is the plan, right? That's the plan. We're going to be doing this for the rest of our lives. It's good stuff. I will always use it for at least one meal replacement. I really will. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too for any and all of you that are doing the cleanse about becoming brand partners. I think it's, usually we talk more about that toward the end of the cleanse, but I think Rebecca, if you're going to, and Joan too, any of you who are going to be continuing to purchase the product and use it, there's no reason not to. That's why I became a brand partner because it wasn't planning to sort of I wasn't even thinking about doing cleanses with people or like collaborating with Jai. I just knew that I was going to be purchasing this stuff for forever because I love it. It makes me feel so good. It's so high vibing. You're welcome, Guerra. Yeah, well, that's why I share these things with you guys. I know there are a lot of spiritual mentors and leaders out there, especially like on social media, who, yeah, for sure, Jai. Well, let's do that first. I think that's a great idea. We definitely need to. 'Cause a lot. I think Heather is one that's ready to probably become a brand partner as well. Um, Guerra, what I was going to say is, that's why I share. There's a lot of people that are, you know, I think of some bigger spiritual gurus who don't they don't share things about themselves that would make them look less than ideal, right? They want you to look up to them. But I feel part of what makes me relatable, but also you people look up to about me is that I don't pretend to be something I'm not, that I'm honest about my faults, right? Because that's, I know for me as a human being and a spiritual being, what one of my biggest heroes was Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia in Star Wars. And why was she one of my heroes? Because she was someone who was not afraid to speak about her biggest, struggles that she had encountered in her life, and her, because they were also part of her biggest triumphs. And I think that's so important to be willing to sort of show that vulnerable side of yourself so that people can know, oh, he's like me. He understands. He's been through similar things to me. And look, he's been able to change his life and to overcome and to expand and to find the miracles. So if he can do it, maybe I can. I want you to find hope through my story because it's a true story. And it was nitty gritty, and it had a really hard, cold rock bottom place to it, you know? Hey, Molly. It's called Purium. The website is called ishoppurium.com. We're on the middle of a cleanse. I'm actually doing, my mom bought the products a little late, so I'm doing the 10-day cleanse with her. We're going to do it together. I'm just going to go back and start the 10-day again tomorrow. I'm going to go over everything with her tonight. But yeah, it's a great product. It's organic, vegan, non-GMO superfoods in a little shake that you make. And the cleanse is something that strongly recommend. There's a 10-day intense cleanse. There's a 30-day lifestyle transformation if you want to go even further into it. But there's a lot of options. Um, I think you should definitely look into it. And if you have any specific questions, you can always email me. My email is listed in the description of the video. And yeah, I have a code if you want to purchase anything. You get a big discounts on different things, like big discounts. And you have to put a code in. My code is all one word, Ray of Light Tarot. Hey, Sparky. Yeah, we would love to have you do it, Sparky. We would love that. Jai and I will be there for you. It's so fun. It's just a fun thing to do. It makes you feel so good, and really raises. It's a great way to raise your vibration. You know, I deal with a lot of people who identify with the twin soul journey, and they're always looking for ways to raise their vibration because they know that can impact their relationship sector in a strong way. Well, not necessarily in a soulmate, but for twin souls, that's an aspect of it that people report that as you raise the vibe, it really impacts both of you because you're connected so strongly. So this is a great way for yourself anyway. And if you are on that journey and looking to do both, it's a great way to raise your vibration, right? It's a solid, the best thing you can do for your physical health, right? Cleanse and heal your gut, but it's also a great way to raise the vibe. And we're always looking to do that. So, me too, Jai. Me too. It's literally transformed my life. I mean, my life was ready to transform, and I was searching, and it was like Purium just you and Purium just popped right into my right into my life in divine timing, and I was like, it was like the light bulb above my head went lit up, and Spirit was like, pay attention. You know, when Spirit, like, sort of, you get that nudge from Spirit that says, hey, pay attention. Jai was on there playing her guitar or pulling cards or something on Periscope, which is an app that me and some of my friends used to all be on. And she started talking about this cleanse, and it was like ding, ding. All the bells and whistles went off for me spiritually. And I mean, I had just really awoken, not too, I mean, I was in the process of waking up already, but I had really just gone through like the dark night of the soul period. The first big separation from my twin soul, the realization of what journey I was on, all that crazy stuff. And then Miss Jai Gobind came sauntering into my life. It was awesome. You're on day 8, Julene. How are you feeling? Good. I want you to continue too. I think it's really important. It just raises your vibe and the way you see things through different eyes. Joan, 100%. 100%. Yeah, guys, I don't like, for those of you who aren't on the cleanse, I don't want to exclude you. There's just a lot of people in the chat who are doing the cleanse with us, and it's been such a transformative experience for us. We can't help, like, we're not trying to advertise because that's what I was just accused of, but it's something I believe in that I'm super excited about. It really is. I love you too, Jai. It's something I believe in that I'm super excited about, and I'm not the kind of like I'm not the kind of person that plays coy. Like, even in relationships or dating, like, I've got my own kind of game. I'm confident, but like, I'm not the type. I don't really need, like, I don't play coy. I'm gonna pretty much lay it out there for you. Like, this is what's up. Like, what I feel, you're gonna pretty much know, unless you don't want to know. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Well, true, Rebecca. That's a good point. My body is screaming at me to do it. Well, then that's it. Your body, and I know your spirit's screaming at you to do it based on the journey you're on. It really is. Like, it is, yeah, perfect divine timing. Hey, Valerie, do it. Do it. Now is the time. I think that's probably what's really kept me from getting sick. And I think, I did have a low grade fever yesterday, and that was my body fighting something off, and it did a good job because I'm great. I feel good today. I haven't had a fever. So sometimes that low grade fever is a sign that your body is doing its job and fighting something off. And maybe I was trying to catch something at the doctor's office. So, but thank you, Purium. I'm strong. Yeah, it's the time. And I think right now, guys, this is, if you watch Jai's astrology videos and if you watch the readings I've been doing, now is the time. Like, we are moving into that age of Aquarius. So much is happening right now. Everybody knows, like, you can feel it, the energy. Spiritual people, twin souls, guys, twin souls. And I know I'm in separation from my twin soul, but it's like, whether you're doing it in separation or in union, I don't give an F. It is the time. Mission is here. My mission has been put in front of me, and it's so clear. And a lot of it is things that my twin soul and I both have talked about doing together. I'm just doing it whether I'm around my twin soul or not. I know what it is, and I'm being pulled right toward it, guys. And it involves an animal rescue, a foundation that I'm going to be forming. There's so much that that's just been like delivered. And I know I manifested it. You guys are manifesting your missions right now. You're doing it. It's really cool. Well, what we'll do, Sparky, we will get it organized, guys, and we will start another cleanse around the next group so we can all do it together. That's what we'll do. So you got to let us know, guys, when you can like, because we're going to be wrapping soon with this cleanse, right? And so we will start another one shortly. We'll pick a good date, okay, and let this thing go. Dude, the energy is nuts. I'm an Aqua Sun. Taurus rising, and I feel like if I don't ground every day, yeah. Listen, the energy was really super weird and off for me yesterday. Well, not off because I was aware of what was happening. Like what I noticed is weird little blocks and resistance was coming up in things, but I kept seeing it, and I would go, okay, we just need to focus on something else. Wherever a resistance would pop up, I would just shift my focus. And then when I would come back to that thing, the resistance would be cleared. So you always need to do that, guys. It's a big reminder. When you see, like if you're stuck in a waiting room and you've been waiting for an hour, that's a resistance for some reason sometimes. It's not always just because somebody's busy. Sometimes there's a resistance. And I could feel there was a resistance. And I'm not going to get into the details of it, but there was a resistance. So what did I do? I went and did something else. And literally took me 10 minutes. Come back and bam, it was like all the things that I was waiting on yesterday, they just fell right into place. And it's because of shifting the focus. Something within me was creating a resistance. So I just had to move into something else. You've got to do that. Be very malleable right now, guys. Be very malleable with the energies, right? And be very aware that when you see those resistances popping up, those blocks, that's what you need to do. Just kind of shift. Oh yeah, you can taper off coffee. It's not that hard. Girl, Valerie, girl. I used to drink so much caffeine and I didn't even taper. I mean, I did a little bit, but I just stopped. And you get a headache for like a day, but it's manageable. Take a little ibuprofen or something and you're fine. Right, right. Exactly. That's exactly what you need, a productive distraction. Find a productive distraction, do something else, and that block or whatever that resistance is will usually be cleared right up when you come back. And if it's not, then you need to look a little deeper at what's going on. It may be spirit telling you to really move on to something else. When the blockage doesn't clear up by just shifting the focus a little bit, then you're really maybe being told. And see, guys, you need to be applying this to your relationships too, that relationship sector. It's not just in your everyday life. These things apply to everything when it comes to like the law of attraction and understanding the way energy works, right? Hello, Star Called Oracle. Okay, so my battery's getting low. I've got to go. I just wanted to mention that, you guys, that, focus on your strengths, your gifts, the things that you know are just you, are the authentic you. When you're in balance and when you're being your true to yourself self, and don't take things so personally when people don't resonate with you. That's just the way of the world, right? It would be a boring world if we were all exactly alike and we all totally held hands and sang kumbaya. It might be fun for a minute, but there's so much more to learn from each other even by our differences and our resistances, okay? No caffeine. No caffeine. So you really don't want to be drinking tea during the cleanse. I mean, I would not recommend it during a cleanse. But I mean, it's just a 10-day intense part. So you can do what you want to do with it, though. It's such a gentle cleanse. It's more about finding what works for you. But the time of healing your inside and all that is when you really want to focus on that. Yeah, herbal tea, but you don't want to be drinking caffeine of any kind. Definitely decaffeinated herbal tea. All of that stuff is fine, but I would definitely suggest if you're gonna do this, like if you're gonna do it as close to the book by the book as you can. Like give it all you got. I don't, and I know herbal tea things like that are fine, but when I hear people start asking like, well, can I do this though? Can I do this? I start to feel like, well, do you want to do a cleanse or not? Like this is to really go like dive into something that's hard. Like you want to go, like if you want to do this, you should be at a point where you're like, I want to go hardcore. I want to change my body. I want to change everything. So I want you to kind of have that attitude where instead of looking for, well, can I do this? Can I do that? Look for like the attitude of, I'm just going to go hardcore for 10 days and just shift everything up and just go right into what the book says to do. And yeah, there are a lot of like things you can still do. But try to look for ways to just be willing to just sort of let go of it all and go hardcore into it. You'll have a great time. You'll really have a great time. All right, guys, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, make a video. Well, do you want to let's go live to talk about the brand partnership thing, Jai. Let's talk about that. Let's talk today about that if you're free. I want to do that soon, probably while when we get toward the ends of the cleanse in the next few days. So that's a good idea. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. I will be putting up some. I'll text you. I'll be putting up some zodiac readings. I'm on to it's Aries coming up next, and I'll be on tomorrow night at 9 doing mini readings. So if you want to get on the list for that, it's a $20 love donation, and you know where to make it. It's all in the description. Bye, guys. Have a good one.